did it
Okay.
here. And I'll do TikTok too in just a second here. Okay. My phone's not cooperating. Oh, there we go.
I was going to tweet out a picture. All right.
I have an awesome offering tonight too.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. I'm super excited. It was requested last week, so I made it.
Fruity pies?
I literally put I didn't want to just put any fruit whatsoever and make it gross, so I just did every single berry that I had. It's pretty awesome. Let me see if they're cold now. That's what I was doing very last minute, was literally pulling them out of the oven and getting them ready. Yeah, they're still pretty hot, but I put a little ice cream on top too. Hot, 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 hot.
Let me see. Oh, I missed it. Can you see it? Oh, it's too late.
I can do round two just a second here. I'll show you the plate actually. Hello, everybody. Okay. So here's the offering plate. I found this mushroom today. It's the first amanita of the year that I found. And then these are the fruity pies.
It's amazing.
Fruity pies. And I put a little ice cream. And what I like too is I made one for myself. So it's like I can eat with them and kind of break bread beforehand. Just eat a couple bites of that. And I don't know.
Where are you gonna put that? Outside somewhere?
Yeah.
Do you have a special spot for that?
I do, yeah. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm live on TikTok here. Wednesday night, UFO watch. Hello, hello, hello. It's WUFO once again. My braids are all weird. And I have Garrett here on WUFO.WATCH. We are streaming live. Hello, hello. Hello. I was just showing Garrett. So if you guys are joining us again and you watched last week's live stream, we got a food request, as we often do, and we got a request for fruity pie. So I made like a mixed fruit pie. It has strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, and blueberry, and with a little streusel on top. So this is the offering for the aliens, for the aerial entities that we've been trying to reach for 13 weeks now. I'm gonna eat one of the pies with them, kind of break bread, and then this is the first Amanita panthera of the year, which is cool because that's like basically the mushroom equivalent of the cousin of the mushroom that's in my tincture that I drink every week. All right. Garrett, what have you been up to today?
Oh, well, I heard a weird sound today. That was a weird thing. There was this like loud. So I was in Bremerton. I was just after dinner on the couch, and I heard this like rumbling sound, like really loud outside. And I figured it was just like someone with their big old truck idling. But then it kind of dissipated in a way that didn't make sense. Like I was like, oh, that's not a car driving off. It's almost like a jet or something. And then on Facebook, my wife's like, because I asked my wife, like, do you hear that weird sound? And she, a couple minutes later, was on Facebook, and like the community that's next to ours, so like a couple miles away, they're like, what the heck is that sound? So like all these people started trying to like, I went outside, I didn't see anything in the sky, but they heard this like loud rumbling sound. And I posted on our Discord, and then Speed a Human, they heard it a couple minutes later, I think, in Portland. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, something weird. And I remember like 10 years ago when Obama was in town, like there was some kind of like a seaplane that shouldn't have been in the airspace. So they sent jets from Portland, and they were here in like minutes from Portland up to Seattle, and it made a sonic boom. So I don't know. It was a weird experience.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's coincidence or what this is, but it was the same kind of thing, this low rumble sound in the sky. So I don't know.
A low rumble in the skies have been heard tonight in Bremerton, Seattle, and Portland, so all over the Pacific Northwest. And our friends in the Midwest are currently facing some pretty crazy storms. So let's be sure to stay in touch with any of your family or friends that are out there, because it looks real rough. Real rough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna break into this pie here.
Oh yeah, go for it.
It looks so good. Oh my gosh.
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back. I'm wearing a white shirt too. It's like the perfect shade of purple. Oh yeah, this is a new to me shirt from our merch store. So I'm gonna model it real quick. But it's a UFO abducting a pretzel. On our first contact live session here on TikTok, 12 weeks ago.
Wow.
I know, right? 12 weeks of constant Estes and divination. That first week that we did this exact thing, we received the message of UFO pretzels. So we've kind of taken that and ran with it quite a bit. Now we have a shirt about it, and you can buy yours in our link tree. So yeah, and we actually just got some stargazing side quest ones too. So I believe we have 2 new ones. One is the Orion constellation, and one is a telescope. It says stargazing side quest. So yeah, go check those out. Those are super fun. Oh, Tidy Tarot, hello. Thanks for being here. Oh, so what did you think about last week's session? Were you able to watch it? I know you were on the farm.
Yeah, I was pretty in and out. My dad wanted to talk about like MASH and stuff like that. And
as one dad does.
I was like, Dad, I'm trying to contact UFOs right now. But I remember Amanda's here, and I remember that being really great. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember what happened last time. I just remember the feeling that the communication was good. So hopefully we'll get something for tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I actually transcribed it today.
Was there anything that stuck out?
Really wild. I was wanting to print it out and like read it live, but the time before the show is never enough.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that stuck out about the dreams. I wonder if I can leave StreamYard. If I were to, will you let me know? Can you still see me?
I can hear you though.
Okay. I won't disappear then. But we have a transcript. If you go to WUFO.WATCH, we posted the transcript down in our latest post with today's date on it, week 13 of WUFO.
I can
check that out. There's some pretty wild stuff in it, and I'm drawing a blank because I was like, I have to make fruity pie, and it's 8 o'clock. This offerings look so good. Thank you. Well, they just kind of, tell me what they want at this point, right? I'm just listening. It's like a food order. I put some ice cream in.
I found the transcript.
Yay!
Let's see.
Garrett's gonna read some stuff for us. On the WUFO post, I did like key moments too.
Okay.
I did some like.
Okay, yeah. So the key moments, yeah, they asked for fruity pie. Oh, it said this energy palpable, record it, and we asked how do we record the energy, and they responded participate, and then we asked how do we participate, and they said a fruity pie. And then check this, a rose and a lot of rocks. That's what they were saying. And then we asked, what are the rocks in the rose? And they said, I can hear that. Things that we like. And they said, almost there. and tonight it will begin. And we asked, what will begin tonight? And they said, not nearly. We said, will it be like a new understanding of our universe? And they said, if not, it comes. And we said, maybe something to think on. And they said, in a dream. And then we laughed and we said, I guess it's something to sleep on. And they said, in their dream. And we said, in whose dream? And they said, moving, going. And then we asked if something was going or being. It sounds like we didn't get an answer there. But we asked, who will be the dreamer? And they said, more water, a kind of water, I'm parched. Water comes up a lot in throughout this WUFO.
Yeah.
This like last 12 weeks, it's just water. It's just so pervasive, it feels like.
Yeah.
And we asked, can you go ahead.
Oh, I believe that Vanessa, she's doing the WUFOracle right now, y'all. So at Kelly Butterfly with a K. She's pulling cards, I think, for at least another hour. And she pulled water as one of them, and I thought that was really interesting because it comes up every week, every single week.
One thing I'm wondering too, like a lot of what we do is we talk about it as thinking it's about aerial entities and stuff like that. But I always have this feeling, like ever since we did that lawn computer thing, that we're actually talking to like the plants and the things that are around us.
Yeah.
And like maybe we're picking up on that. And like, we're thinking all this stuff about like grief and stuff. I remember when we did this back in November, but I was like, you could think that's about ghosts, but is it also about plants like preparing to like for the winter, and they're kind of grieving, and that feeling, I guess, of kind of going dormant for a while.
Yeah.
Or dying off. So I don't know. Water would be an important thing for plants and life on Earth. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We asked who will be the dreamer, and they said more water, a kind of water, I'm parched. And we asked, can you speak to us through dreams? And they said it started off that way, which is super cryptic and creepy. I love that.
Yeah.
That's I remember that. And we said, are there now more ways? What other ways? And they said, Earth thing, never stop. We said, are you connected to the Earth? And they said, I'll greet you. And we asked, will you give us a communication in our dreams tonight? But I don't think we got an answer. I don't know if did we get any dreamers that had weird experiences?
I think we had quite a few folks that were like, they had dreams that were odd, unusual, but I didn't hear of any that like directly correlated to like the WUFO narrative that's like been strung together. But I always go back to like the early 2000s paranormal TV theory that like water serves as a portal of sorts between worlds. And so it's really interesting. One, that you and me both like live on peninsulas and we're both surrounded by water and we're in this very liminal place. So could we potentially be more connected to that other side because of like the lakes and the rivers and the ocean, like right within walking distance from both of us? But then also maybe we have to go like beyond UFO water. Like what else can we do to offer up water and to, I don't know.
Right.
It's very odd. But I mean, like swimming, I'm just gonna, we have some ideas for how to incorporate water more in general, but for WUFO, how can we incorporate water more? Because it comes up every single week.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good. It's a good question.
Yep. Definitely.
Meditate on that.
Okay. I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to start, with the Liminal Oracle deck.
Oh, nice.
To get that going. All right. I know that next week we're going to have an extra special guest. And it's going to be 420. So this guest is like an expert on all things 420, so it'll be really fun to have her by. And we'll release more information as the week comes closer. It's gonna be fun though. And I think that one's gonna start around 8:30. So we can have like 30 minutes extra talking time and hang out before the actual session.
Right.
Okay, this one's sticking out. Oh my god, dude!
Oh.
The last few weeks, that's the first card that we've been pulling.
So, we have to, should we do a stone book reading?
I think so. Would you want to kind of take lead on the stone book there? And
Sure, I'll do that over here.
Cards?
Yeah.
Oh, Garrett, I want to let you know really quick. I've been collecting microplastics, and I'm going to make some bibliomancy magic sentence dice with microplastics in it.
From the beach?
Yeah, from the beach, from the haunted beach.
Wow.
And like we were reading Oracle and Tarot like at this haunted beach, and the main message was like cleaning up waterways and like taking care of like these like aquatic ecosystems. And so I'm like, every time I go there now, I'm gonna clean up plastic and trash. And now I'm gonna put the trash that I find into our resin dice that we're making. So I think that's pretty cool.
I love that idea. I think it's amazing.
Repurposes, and then it helps those ocean spirits who probably aren't super stoked. They didn't seem
right.
to be.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out some dice, and I got a book. This book about an artist colony on the Hood Canal.
Oh yeah,
so I'll use cool. That.
I pulled Mystery again too. That was a card that we pulled at the haunted beach. Yeah. So we got stone book. Garrett's going to be doing a stone book session. So that's where he takes books and does like bibliomancy of swords with dice and creates a magic sentence of 6 words. So we're going to watch him do that, but I'm also going to look up the card meanings here. Yeah, that's kind of our takeaway for this first one is like, okay, do the stone book. And then mystery, things not easily seen. So we'll see what the magic sentence says, but I'll pull a couple of mushroom. Oh, I know. So exciting. Just watch. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me catch up on comments here. Maureen, hello. What is water symbolic of messages, communication, and here on astrology? Last time. That's funny. Okay. And read from the mushroom tarot deck. Let me show y'all what this looks like in the box. So cool. And this was created by Chris Adams in Oregon. And it's one of my favorite decks. Created by a mycologist. And it's very rare that you come across a mycologist that also reads tarot and does witchy things. So you gotta stick together and support each other. So I'm using this deck as often as I can. And I think like the basic intention tonight for the card readings is like, where are we going with all of this attempted contact? What does success look like, I guess, too, is a good question that I've been racking around. Oh. And we got the death card again. We had that a couple weeks ago as well. So rebirth, transformation. Okay. So yeah, our main question here is like, okay, what does success look like in trying to contact, aliens, UFOs, extraterrestrials, aerial entities in general? Yeah, what does success look like in that area? And how can we make the most of these weekly endeavors? Because I think at the surface you're seeing Wednesday night UFO watch. You're like, oh, a bunch of cool people that like UFOs and stuff, and that's great. But I think that there's like these undercurrents of community and doing something together in a world that's like really separated right now, for all kinds of reasons. So something that people can come together on. I think there's a big community element to it and kind of boosting each other up. So is that, the true success in WUFO and all of this? I guess is my question. But what does success look like? When can we say, oh, we have contacted this and this is what we got from it? Will that ever be a definitive reality? Long question for the tarot. Like one at a time. Okay. Right. Justice. Let's see what the mushroom tarot's meaning here is for. I forgot the death meaning for the mushroom. When I see the death card, I think of the stereotypical fortune teller turning one over for a nervous customer in a murder mystery, then looking up with a gasp and contorted face. But maybe it isn't as bad after all. Death might only be a moment of change or transition, moving between phases of life or moving between the biggest phase, change of death to a new life, might be healthy to start pondering sooner rather than later. As a side note, I can't help but see a smiling skeleton working away under a beautiful sunset when I look at the most traditional tarot versions. And then justice here. Looks like there's, what's fascinating about the justice card here, Garrett? I'm looking at the tree trunks in the card, and there's eyes.
Oh.
And we were seeing eyes.
Did you have a vision of an eye kind of while you were doing, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. I saw like weird eye stuff in my mind's eye, and it's brown. That's yellow eye here. But I saw like just this cartoonish eye, this brown eye over this lake. It was very weird. I don't have any explanation for it still. Hello, Starlit Magic. Thanks for coming. Here, let's say hello. We are doing WUFO, Wednesday night UFO watch. We're reading some tarot cards and some oracle cards to get ready. We're gonna try to contact aerial entities, extraterrestrials, aliens, all those fun things. We're doing cards first, and then we'll hop over to Estes method soon. And then Garrett is creating a magic sentence for us using the Stonebook method. How far in that sentence have you got?
I got it. So awesome. Our sentence is shingles, roof shingles, time cleaned, good returning town.
Shingles, time
cleaned, but clean. You can think clean. Shingles, time. I feel like cleaning your shingles. If you think like shingles, your roof gets kind of moss growing on it if it's not exposed to the sun. So like the dark side of the right is that on your roof. If you need to clean your roof or else moss will grow on it. Mm-hmm. And then good returning town. I don't know. Something about this makes me feel like get your house in order and then we'll come or something. Like we'll come back to town. I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting from that. Like take care of or prepare. Could be like prepare your house, prepare your what's that called? Like take care of your home or the root. I don't know. I'm not sure. The question you asked though is like, what is you're saying like the next phase of this, or like how are we gonna? And I'm not sure how that relates to this sentence. If anyone can, shingles time cleaned, good returning town.
That's interesting. It's like we are performing routine maintenance. We'll be back shortly.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. But then there's also like you could think of it shingles time, cleaned good, returning town. So it's like maybe they cleaned something and now they can return. Like there's some like they've dusted it off and now there's a good chance of them coming back. I don't know.
Well, when you're cleaning, you're removing layers of something, right? So maybe we're like getting into those layers now that we've been doing this 13 weeks, hopefully. That's wishful thinking. Yeah, that's interesting.
There's like that pride of ownership of your house kind of thing too. It's like, we earlier someone pulled a card in our Discord and it was of a grave that has been kind of had like weeds and stuff growing in it. Like someone has forgotten to tend or take care of this, grave for some ancestor. And it makes me think of this a little bit in that case of like, you need to kind of weed that out and take care of that and maintain that connection to like your ancestors or some ancient thing.
Yeah,
So
that makes
maybe
me
it's
think
related
of
to that.
That makes me think of like maybe before or wherever we do WUFO, wherever your designated WUFO space is, to just kind of tidy it up before then, because mine's a little chaotic. And like the altar, it's very common if you practice magic to like clean your altar fairly often and like reorganize it or add and take things away. So maybe in that instance, we need to do that with like our WUFO spaces and like maybe how we approach WUFO, like clean it up a little, add some things, take away some things, and just keep going, I guess, is also what I'm getting. Justice here represents equilibrium. Ponder the neutral force balancing your existence. This energy is constantly flowing within you, sustaining you and carrying you along. That base could be thought of as a universal network tying us all together and giving us a unifying and balanced datum to pull from. We are at the midpoint here. This is a moment to decide which way the scales will fall.
Ooh.
It's so interesting. There always seems to be some language about like some sort of event or decision that's going to be made, and they're always specific about like this night tonight, and I'm always curious of what that actually ever is, or if it's just something so like micro. I don't know. It always seems to be in that language of like, watch out, get ready, something's coming, decision time.
Well, we're coming in an hour. They like very specific, and we're like going outside 10:36, and we're all looking upside. Maybe they're just laughing at us.
Exactly. Oh, let me see the. Oh, thanks, Marine. Magic sentence lover over here. Shingles are your house's crown. Yeah. They are codes. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do one more mushroom tarot here.
Someone said, hopefully not shingles of the rash. Yes. That's not a good one.
No.
Do you know what is really funny? I don't know if I ever told you this, Beck, but there's that card in the deck that's Time Hunters. It's based on a dream I had a long time ago. Tim and Jeremy and I would talk about all this all the time. But I had this dream maybe 20 years ago about these two time traveler like bounty hunters driving through the desert, and they were from outer space or something, and they were coming to like find one, maybe me, and I could see them in like a convertible driving in the desert, and they had bars of chocolate, like Hershey's chocolate. And the idea I got from it is like when they come visit Earth, they want Earth snacks like Hershey bars. And I actually went and bought, when I woke up, I was so freaked out by this dream. I went and bought a Hershey bar just to keep in my pocket in case they came, and I could like chuck it to like distract them and like run away. But it's funny that this snack thing keeps coming up, because I don't know if I brought this up because it's very similar, and it's not you didn't know this, so it's like weird that this snack, these travelers are interested in our Earth snacks, I think. So anyway.
Well, think about it. Like when you go on road trips and stuff, you only stop at these like little exits and you
Right.
walk into this gas station at like 3 a.m. and all you care about is like, I want snacks. It's like a beeline to the snacks. Oh, you know, you want
Right.
a lot over, you pay and you leave, you know? So I could see them like, yeah, if I'm coming here, I'm gonna need some snacks. That's what I don't know. That's what I would do. Okay, I got 2 more cards. I didn't even show them. My goodness. The High Priestess card and the Page of Cups.
Ooh, is that a squirrel?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's a squirrel. And there's actually like a crawfish or a scorpion. It looks more like a scorpion coming out of the cup mushroom. And they're right next to water.
Oh.
It's a full moon in the card too. High Priestess.
Page of Cups.
Okay. Still getting used to this. Okay. For the purposes of these reflections, I see this as a moment to reflect on the creative power giving and sustaining life to everything. From whatever beginning there may have been right up to this moment, the mother of the world is sitting somewhere giving light and life to every blade of grass and mycelial network. The High Priestess is the divine mother and the universal consciousness. Honor her by reflecting on and appreciating the most basic elements supporting your world. So like that water appreciation, right? And then Page of Cups. Page of Cups here. Okay. A good-natured little flying squirrel holds a pine cone with a cup fungus bursting forth. From the cup, a pseudo-scorpion is leaping out, a reminder of the unseen beauty everywhere. If you've ever cleaned mushrooms from the woods, you may have seen these tiny, adorable creatures crawling about. How could this card not bring positive news? Too sweet. Okay. Are we those little things? Are we these little
I mean, I definitely
pseudo-scorpions?
resonate with that.
Do you ever feel like a pseudo-scorpion in a cup fungi that a squirrel's holding? I feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like the impression I get is like this cup is like that pseudo-scorpion's like whole world. And this could be us in our little earth, and this could be something else. And it's like, appreciate, you know, the vastness of your world, but then at the same time, like, it is only that big. There are greater things at play here that you don't even comprehend.
Wow.
Earth as a space gas station. Yes, I was thinking about like a truck stop. Are we a snack station for the cosmos? Sometimes I feel like it. I feel like now I have a reputation, and they're like, okay, if you go to this lady's house, she will literally make you whatever you order. It's kind of crazy. It takes about a week, but she does it. It's delicious. Oh my gosh, a pseudo scorpion in a shrimp costume. Oh my goodness. So I'm about ready to hop into the session here. What about you?
Yeah.
I'm going to do one more oracle card that's just specific to the Estes session. So does anyone have any questions regarding this Estes session? We have, you know, a whole slew of things that have been said, a lot of food orders, but a lot of really cryptic, we have messages and gifts for you. It happens tonight. Like, you know, well, what's going on? What can we expect from this?
I was wondering,
session?
I don't know how we could do this, but I was wondering if you could pull a card without you seeing what it is. And then we can talk about it after you go under.
Okay, that works.
I don't know if that's just an idea.
I like it. I always like little opportunities for me to be blind to the situation until after, because I always find that to be like an exciting little experiment, and when it works out, it's extra. It's extra.
Is this the mushroom deck you're using? We'll have to do like just the typical. Oh, that one. Okay.
Okay. So I will not look. Oh, let me go ahead and put my blindfold on at least. So it's like I can like, you know.
So let's ask. This is like a starting prompt for the
Yes.
Estes. Like who we're contacting and like a starting place for us in this session you're about to do.
Yeah. Okay. Shuffled it a couple times already. Okay, so I'll just put the blindfold on, draw the card, show it, and then I'll put it face down.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can hear you.
If I can't see or something, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
I just won't say anything. I won't say anything. I'll be quiet.
Okay. Yeah. Talk about it once I'm under. Okay, how about that?
Perfect.
Okay. I'll cut the deck too again just to make an example. I don't know what's on the top. Okay. Everyone can see, hopefully.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay, putting it down. All right. Yep, I see deer. Okay, so now I'm gonna hop under, and y'all can talk amongst yourselves about what I just pulled. And we can hop into the session. Set my speed. All right. I will see ya.
Have fun.
Thanks.
You can go ahead and do
I
your.
usually do.
Yeah. And if
right.
people have questions, they're going to want to ask the aerial entity, get them ready, and you can just ask them in TikTok on the comments, and I will read them out loud.
I heard create already. I'm gonna do a quick intro. Okay.
You know what's
my
interesting
name is Bex. I'm joined by Garrett and some folks here in TikTok Live on WUFO.WATCH Live. We are all coming from a place of wanting to make contact. If you are someone we've been connecting with in the past, we ask that you come back, say hello. We have fruity pie for you. I also have an Amanita panthera mushroom that I found today, first one of the year, so you can have that. That's a gift from the heart. If you're joining us for the first time, hello. We are interested in contacting any aerial entities. If you wish us harm, you may not enter this space. Come on in, hang out.
So the two cards she pulled right before were about
good evening.
So that's interesting. And she just said create. Real quick, wanted to say that the card she pulled was the golden egg. I don't know if you could see because she was holding it upside down, but it's actually like a UFO, which is interesting. I mean, it kind of looks like a UFO landed with its like legs down, like as if it was just, plopped down on a field to do a crop circle. And the meaning behind it is a gift given by the final survivors of an ancient culture.
Important.
Finding something valuable in the wilderness. We call it the golden gift of the Sasquatch. So like, gifts from a Bigfoot.
Come on.
Cracking open an egg and getting two yolks inside of it, like gifts from the universe. So with the whole snack gifting offering thing, I think maybe that's where we should start.
I heard you're dumb. It's not nice.
Well, it's nice to meet you, whoever we're talking to. Do you have a name?
One.
Is one your name?
Technology.
So we have a group of people here who
Return.
have questions for you, and we want to know about if there's a gift, a golden egg, some kind of gift that we're supposed to either give you or receive from you.
I'm not even sleeping.
You're here with us, and we have questions for you. If you would answer them for us. We want to know who you are and if you have a gift for us.
Curtains. Starting a game.
Starting a game?
Stirred up.
What's your favorite color?
I am no one. I can tell. 2 brains.
Two brains.
Looking over.
What do the shingles represent?
Two things.
Can you tell us what the two things the shingles represent?
I'm never. Reflection. By myself. God. And he slept in.
If you guys have a question for Bex, just leave it in the comments, and I'll speak it out loud.
Building.
We're very
Bricks.
That's interesting. So building and bricks, the shingles. Are we
Low
building?
battery.
Are we building something like
Ground.
like the UFO shrine?
More or less. A formation.
Are you above someone's home, looking down at their shingles?
On delay.
All right, I think they want us to speed up. What star system are you
Follow
from?
me.
Where are we going?
I remember. Jack. To yourself.
So we've heard two
I'm
brains,
positive.
a reflection.
Life is full of more.
Are you from a specific star system?
You wouldn't know.
Okay. Do we need to make a landing pad for you?
Go out.
You want us to go outside?
Spirit. No comment. A circle. Yes, it's very interesting.
Is the circle the
Pets
landing
know.
pad?
They're perfect. Near Burbank. That's what.
You an entity
Daggone.
or an information system?
Once again, excuse me. No more.
Are we talking to the operator?
Newspaper. Mike. Michael. Move on. And he's something. And he's ahead, maybe? I'll get one. Davenport.
Davenport.
At night.
Is this Michael we're talking to?
A co-pilot.
Who's your co-pilot?
Near Denver.
So we have Burbank, Davenport, which is in Iowa.
The
and
paper.
Denver. And newspapers.
Move
Michael,
for
do you have
you.
good for you? Michael, do you have a co-pilot?
It's by nature. You'll find out.
Okay.
Windbags.
How would we
There are
find
no
out?
more. You're our landscape.
Okay. Yeah, Bex did say Denver, I think.
One more. I heard like a bell ring. Ding.
We pulled the golden egg and we want to know what that means. Can we trade gifts? Bex made you fruity pies.
Whenever.
Okay, Bex is going to leave fruity pies out for you tonight. Can you leave something for us? So we know we're on the right track. Does that work for you?
Courtesy. Not great.
Am I being impolite?
That's quite enough.
Okay. Well, we want to do things the right way. What's the best way to interact with you?
Get more.
Get more people to
Do anything.
Well, we're trying lots of stuff, but we want to know what we should do more of. You want us to get more people to look up for you?
Find out.
We heard a boom earlier over the Northwest where we live. Did you make that sound?
One last time. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Bob's Spring.
Bob Spring. Hey, Kyle. Do you want us to bring more people? Have more
Mother.
people? Mother. Do you
In
want more?
everyone.
Mother and everyone. Do you want us to have more people looking up for you? If folks have questions for the aerial entities, go ahead and leave them in the chat. I will ask them out loud for you. I'm still curious about this golden egg. I want to know if we can make some kind of exchange, or we should go look for something.
I heard water multiple times. Oh my gosh. First it was like a man that was like water. And I was just like, okay. And then it was women that were like, water. We get it, water. What about water? A port.
There's a lot of them here. Is there a specific port we should go to? Oh, portal.
A team of 4.
A team of 4. We should bring a team of 4 to the port. You mentioned earlier a circle too. I wish I did have a copy of that. I might actually have a copy of it. It's upstairs.
Informed. Do your homework.
All right. You mean business. Which 4 people should come to the portal or the port?
You can.
All right. Thank you. What about the other 3?
Life could be.
I see that speed of humor.
5.
We can bring 5. We can bring 5 people now.
To date. At some point.
Okay. Can you be more specific about which port we're supposed to go to? Where are we supposed to go?
Satisfied?
We have a lot more questions.
He held that in. Johnson.
Port Johnson? Is there a Port Johnson anywhere?
I heard a really weird voice say, sorry.
What are we supposed to do when we get there?
We're respectable. At 12:30 a.m.
Do you have a specific day we should do this?
Could have done more. A pepper test.
A pepper test? Do we a 1 chip challenge?
I feel like I burn.
I think we're supposed to eat spicy peppers.
That was the other day. They pulled the plug.
How do we get more people to join us? Sounds like you want us to do that. How do we get more people to join and look for you?
Took a later shift. Someone. The mail. Half off.
Can we go to the port in our dreams? Do we have to be awake? We're talking to
thereof.
We're talking to aerial entities from.
Have you heard from Harold?
Have not heard from Harold.
Aaron.
Anyone here heard from Harold?
Show me. Wait.
Bex is listening to a spirit
Brooklyn
box
is
here.
ballsy.
And we're asking questions of UFOs or aerial entities and seeing if
An apology.
Responses. So if you have questions for the aerial entities, you can ask them and I will share them. Ooh, Kyle here says that he talks to a herald a lot when he does his seances on Saturdays. Kyle Paranormal on Twitch.
Einstein. Be patient.
Are you friends with Harold?
They have to. Hungry eyes. They're buddies.
They're friends? They're buddies? Are we talking to Mike right now? Usually we're talking to a Martin, but it sounds like tonight it's a Mike.
A beginning. That's more. They want more. Want. Everyone's going.
Can you give us any clues about the golden egg that we're looking for? Silent treatment. Has to be a surprise, apparently.
Okay, I think we're about finished here.
Yeah, sounds like.
Else, really?
Welcome back.
What'd you say?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You can take some time to recover.
Looks like I went like a tiny bit past.
Yeah.
It's okay. 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 How was that?
It was interesting. There was some stuff that was, I mean, people in chat maybe could bring up what they thought was the weirdest stuff. Sounded like we were talking to someone named Mike, perhaps. You named off a bunch of city names, which was interesting. So the card that you pulled was the golden egg, so you should look at it. I don't know if you have it out still, because you didn't see it.
Oh, it looks like
basically
a UFO.
It's a little UFO, and it kind of represents like a gift from a Sasquatch, that you might get, or it's just kind of like a little gem that you find in the forest. A gift given by the final survivors of an ancient culture. Something valuable found in the wilderness. A little treat. So like I was almost asking too much sometimes about like, what is the golden egg? Where do we find it? Can we trade gifts? Yeah. It seemed to almost tell me I was being impolite about how forceful I was being. I got that feeling. They had a little attitude about it. And then they kind of said like we should meet them at a port or a portal. We couldn't quite figure that out. We're trying to narrow that down. And that we could bring 4 of us, maybe 5, at 12:30 a.m. They wouldn't tell us where that is going to happen, or when we should do that. They said that they are respectable. I remember them saying that. I don't know if they were. I just couldn't tell if they thought I was being rude. I don't know. That's my impression. I just wanted some answers. They've been stringing us along. We're here every week.
Yes.
You make them all these goodies. Can we have just a little, just something. So anyway,
I feel like they're like, we've already given you so much. We just have to like do the work, read through it all. Well, I have that. So I wrote a case log. We have a Patreon with different tiers, and our 10+ tiers get weekly case logs. And I managed to write one about the WUFO phenomenon, and I basically broke down every single week. I reviewed every single live. I reviewed every single transcript, and I just like pointed out each week what are the key moments, and then I kind of collected those key moments and like, okay, what are some general themes? General themes, we have like so many like cat themes. We have a lot of like patience, but you'll be rewarded with gifts along the way. So it definitely feels like we're being like led with like little treats or something, like just enough to keep us satiated but wanting more. I don't know, but I feel like I don't know. I always also consider like there has to be some sort of communication barrier sometimes. Something that Katie always reminds me when we do this kind of stuff together is that they may not be able to translate well. So pay attention to colors, pay attention to feelings. So yeah, I'm trying to do that as well and leave space for that possibility. And it also just makes me feel like we need to go back and like review. Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't get like any visuals this time. Not
It
really
did feel
any,
like
to be
something
honest.
different than previous times, but that may have been my questioning style is different.
Yeah.
There was also we asked what they would want. I think I can't remember exactly, but they said more to join. I think something to that in that regard. Maybe someone can remember it specifically, but that was something that came through. And I don't want to put this person on the spot, but I found this interesting. Is that I was talking about the time travel thing and the two visitors, that dream and time travel, and part of that, the time travel museum, the mailbox is Back to the Future is a big aspect. And we actually had a person in Twitch show up named Biff Tannen, who is like a time hunter in that show. It's kind of like he's modifying the timelines. So I just thought that was, when I saw Biff Tannen show up in the chat and Twitch, it was like, uh-oh. Of like the time hunters found us. So I got a little nervous, but I think it's just someone with a cool name.
That's interesting. Appropriate time of year for an Easter egg hunt.
Oh, that is a whole thing about that actually. Because like the golden egg, and there it even says in the getting like two yolks in an egg, like a surprise from nature, kind of.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Egg and star is right around the corner. Yeah, Easter. Okay.
That is kind of interesting because if you think about it, like I like so focused on like wanting to know what the gift is and where it is, like an Easter egg hunt. If you knew where all the gifts were, if you knew where all the eggs are hidden, it's not a very fun hunt, So like,
oh my gosh,
they're like, we're not
so
gonna tell you where it is. You have to like do your golden egg hunt. We're not gonna tell you where they are.
Like, you lazy.
Like,
be patient. Enjoy the ride. Why are you asking me the same questions? A gift given by the final survivors of an ancient culture, something valuable found in the wilderness. The golden gift of the Sasquatch, the double yolked egg. So that makes me want to do like the egg test that we do sometimes. It's more for like seeing if we've been like jinxed or hexed or anything, but let's just like crack an egg and see if any of us get double yolks and what that could mean. But then it also makes me think about morel mushrooms, of course, because they're like the only golden thing in the forest in the spring around here in the green, the evergreen. So they're my golden egg right now. I haven't found them the last few years. So yes. And that's the same thing, right? Cause it's like you can you know this personally. So yeah, it's like you set out to find these mushrooms, and along the way you have these little detours, these little side adventures. And even if you don't find the mushrooms, like yeah, you have fun, you have side adventures. I know that they went to like the Bigfoot museum while trying to find mushrooms and had like some car trouble and things. So yeah, I think it's like instead of focusing on this like main goal that we have, also make sure to enjoy like these little side things, these side attractions. And at the end of the day, you won't really be too worried about that end goal that you had when you first set out, maybe. But I don't know. Very interesting. I'm excited to put their little fruity pie I have this little stump that I've been putting the offerings every single week, and I got the fruity pie with the ice cream, lactose free. I think it might be coconut milk ice cream too, so it might be vegan. But yeah, I don't know. Golden eggs wild now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Easter and Such a good point.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. All right, well, are you about ready? Oh, Jeremy is saying, just coming on to say hi towards the end. Yeah, we went just a little bit over, JP, but yeah, I think we're wrapping up. It's cloudy here, and I know a lot of people are dealing with storms and stuff tonight. So I'm thinking about, instead of doing a sky watch, I'll still pop my head out and see. But I think that the majority of my focus is going to be doing some sort of guided meditation, some sort of journey right before I go to sleep, and hopefully going right into a dream.
Should we do? I mean, it sounded like there's the port or like some kind of wharf, or what's that called, like a dock.
Yeah.
That's what I visualized when that was coming up. Should we try some kind of group thing going there, going to this port?
Yeah, some sort of meditation or dream type thing of like, let's meet at a port and see what happens. I don't know.
Anyone want to say this with us? And then report back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we have to? Any precautions we need to take, or any thoughts?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just a guided meditation. You can pull yourself out at any time, and if you decide to do this more in like the dream state, yeah, just dreaming. I'm not really one that believes in a lot of danger while astral traveling. If you even achieve that point, yeah, it's you're just exploring. I think us all meeting at the dock wouldn't be anything greater or lesser than the original Dream Park experiment, because we're still all gathering at the same place. We just have a different goal this time. Instead of uncovering the item in the box, we are just meeting together and seeing what happens at a port or a dock. So do you want it to be a dock, I guess, is the next question, or a port? I think of like an entire town, like Port Orchard and
Port
things.
Town. Yeah, I was trying to get a specific port, like Port Orchard, Port Angeles, Port Townsend. There's so many.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how we would know it's all like the same one, but it could be like the Hypogeum, where it's different for everybody. But maybe it's the events that follow that are more important to record and share.
Well, I think the port thing is interesting because the water stuff is like you're standing right there. Yeah. You're almost, sometimes you're on like a dock or something. You're like looking over the water and you're literally on top of it.
Yeah.
So it might just be a good visualization of we're all in that same kind of place.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it would be cool to like have the visualization be, we all meet at this port. You look into the water, and maybe that's when you start to record and share like whatever happens once you look into the water. Like, what do you see? And then see how that matches up. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Try to keep it somewhat open-ended so that we can get to see like the variety of answers that we get. Maybe it's the archetype of a port more than a specific one.
That's true. The ports are like this where travelers are coming, or things are coming and going, and
and then Alex says, there's a town I've dreamt about many times that has a port. If it's that one, I'll be there. Okay. Courtney's here.
Cool.
Hi. Yeah, okay, guys. So plan. It's really cloudy for a lot of us. If you're able to go out and see the sky tonight, go right ahead. WUFO your little heart away. But we have cloudy skies here. I know a lot of our buddies in the Midwest and the East Side are dealing with storms. So we are going the guided meditation route tonight. And we are all going to try to meet in this guided meditation at a port. We're going to look into the water. Let us know what you see in the water. I think that's a good place to start. And we'll just share. Twitter's our main vessel of communication, but we'll try to update, all the socials if we can. But let's get a thread going. We can kind of revise and just say, hey, port, water, let us know what you see. We'll see you there. and open that thread up, and people can just share what they see.
Fun.
What do you think?
I love it.
Woo!
Thanks, aerial entities.
Thanks,
for
aerial
letting us
entities.
have fun.
Yeah, I think one at one point was like making me feel like real proper, like a little lady. You know, I was like, my legs are crossed. I was like sitting. It's very odd.
Interesting.
Oh goodness. All right, so we'll start the thread here soon. I'm gonna just hop right into it. Honestly, I'm gonna hit the couch because I am tired. And I'm just gonna slip right in. So, yeah, we'll start a thread and let us know if you do it tonight or if it's a dream or whatever. Let us know what you see in the water. We'll see you there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight on TikTok. It's been great. Can't wait to watch this one back as normal. Thanks as always. Next week's special guest on 420. Once you find out who she is, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's super fitting. We'll be starting a little earlier next week, so about 8:30 Pacific time, just so we can get a little extra chat time in with her before the session. And then May, we're gonna attempt to get a team of East Coast hosts together who can do a similar show at a time that's better for East Coast. I don't think that we'll be able to participate in it too much, simply because families and work and things, it's hard to commit to 6 o'clock to like 11 p.m. Yeah, we'll get that together sometime in May. We just have to get all our cards straight on that one, and yeah, work out the details, but that's coming soon. Good night, TikTok. See ya. Okay. And good night, our friends on our website here, across the rest of the platforms. Let us know what you see in the water. Bye. Okay.